Our abundant and beautiful Earth teems with life, from the unseen legions of single-celled oxygen-producing phytoplankton drifting in our oceans, to complex and captivating humans capable of astounding feats of athleticism, cognition, creativity, and love. Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I will be your student's guide as we explore the vast variety of life on our planet in the brand new high school biology course from the Good and the Beautiful. Together, we'll study the simplest and most sophisticated life forms. Under the oceans, we'll examine the dark, frigid, abyssal pelagic depths, as well as shimmering, sun-dappled coral reefs. We'll explore plants and creatures in lush rainforests, searing deserts, sweeping plains, alpine mountains, and frozen tundras. Anywhere there is life, we'll investigate it in this full-year high school biology course. Students will experience academic rigor while viewing the magnificence of God's creations through the lens of awe and astonishment. Let's take a look at this new course and explore the wondrous world of biology. Now, I know it's hard to find a homeschool science curriculum at the high school level that is truly easy to use and that makes students want to dive in and explore. This course does exactly that, with beautifully written, delightfully designed, clear and engaging lessons that students complete independently. Our high school biology course has 120 lessons divided into 6 units, and each lesson takes about 30 to 60 minutes to complete. Students begin lessons in the workbook, which outlines exactly what to do and in what order. For example, this lesson instructs the student to read from the Wonders of the Animal Kingdom book that can be accessed on the computer version of the Good and Beautiful Homeschool app. Watch a fascinating video and fill out notes in their workbook. Here, students take part in a fun and engaging activity, and in this one, they complete a lab. Labs consist of interesting experiments or scientific demonstrations with guided lab reports. Supplies needed for each lab are listed right at the beginning of the lesson and are carefully selected to be as easy to gather as possible. In addition, all the labs in the course are fully demonstrated on video, so your student always has the option to watch the video instead of completing the lab hands-on. We recommend that the students have access to a microscope to get the most learning out of the course, and we even guide families through choosing and using a microscope. Units lead students through the study of living organisms in an interest-based way, focusing on the wonders of botany, marine biology, the animal kingdom, and the human body. Let's take a closer look at how the lessons work. Here is Lesson 37, Properties of Water and Fish Adaptations from Unit 3, The Wonders of Marine Biology. Students begin by reading a short introduction about the salt content of the oceans that are home to a myriad of organisms. Then they're instructed to read Lesson 37 in the Wonders book and complete the note-taking guide in their workbooks. The notes consist of defining vocabulary words, labeling diagrams, identifying different plants and animals, and more. Taking notes helps students remember the information they learned, and the notes can be used on unit quizzes and tests. Next, students observe the many differences among fish and use those observations to determine the fish's habitats and functions. Here is one of the lab lessons. In Lesson 115, Strawberry DNA Extraction, students use common household items and are guided step by step to separate a strawberry's cell membranes from its nuclei in order to isolate the DNA. Then they fill out the lab report, where they answer questions and sketch part of the process, helping them to recognize the significance of what they learned. And remember, when needed, students can always watch the labs, accessed through the Good and Beautiful Homeschool app, instead of performing them. Lesson 31 highlights more hands-on learning as students collect and dissect flowers. Following the steps, they sketch and diagram their flowers and then label each part. Additionally, they can observe the flowers under a microscope. Our high school science courses are designed to be student-led. Also, answer keys are included, and a grading structure is suggested for parents to reference. We hope that as students learn more about the beauty and intricacy of living organisms on our Earth, they will see themselves and all creation as part of God's grand design. Understanding the connectedness of the living world inevitably draws us together in unity and mutual care of this amazing planet. We wish you and your family joy in the journey of learning and discovery through high school biology.